All right, this is not going to be a perfect video. I'm sure you could make the most wonderful video ever of these small tool bags. I'm sure if you made this video, you would talk to a seamstress who could tell you her opinion or his opinion about the quality. You could probably give the background and the life story of every single one of these companies, and I think it would just be a wonderful video. But unfortunately, you didn't make the video. You're stuck with me, so this is going to be an apples to apples comparison because some of these, like I was looking for the 596, the one that's 596 of this, and it's basically the same, but it doesn't have these pockets here. So it's not going to be an apples to apples comparison, but it'll be pretty close. So this is the Kobalt 12-inch tool bag. Seems like it's of really good quality. It's got the metal hangers or whatever those are in there that give it its shape. It has really good like stitching around the zipper. I just bought this. Yeah, it opens up nicely, opens up wide. Stitching there looks pretty good. Not the thickest, but not the thinnest either for the straps. Feels like a really solid bag. This is embroidered. Next is a Crimson from Rural King. This one looks like a piece of shit, to be honest. Oh, and we should talk about where they're made. I think this one is made in Cambodia, which, I don't know. If I were a billionaire, I would make sure that like people all over the world like had good jobs where they made a living wage. It kind of bothers me to think about that kind of stuff, but there's nothing I can do about it. But anyway, the Crimson, made in China, $4.93 at Rural King, and it's pretty shitty. I saw it on their website and I couldn't find it in the store, and it was up on top, on the very top shelf. Like I just barely saw it, and the guy that checked me out like wouldn't say hello or anything. So I hate Rural King. I used to work there like 20 years ago, and I remember this girl is heavy set, just kind of heavy set, and she was on her feet all day like I was. It's a tough job, and she's kind of kneeled on the customer service counter, and which is understandable. I mean, my feet would hurt after that long too, and corporate called her up and told her to stand up, to not lean on the counter. She was only leaning on the counter for like a minute, and they had just installed cameras there, so I guess they were spying on their employees. I fucking hate Rural King. Master Force, I'll just tell you, this is probably my favorite one. It was only $6.99, and if you look at it, the strap is thicker than the Kobalt one. It's got these X pattern stitches. This looks a little bit meatier than the Kobalt one. Let's open it up. I feel like maybe it doesn't open quite as wide as the Kobalt one, but it's still really nice. The material on it is just the best by far of all of these. It's got the rubber emblem there with the stitching on it. Yeah, it's got this outer pocket here, pretty nice. I'll do this with one hand. The strap is kind of lightweight. It's not the greatest. I like how the rubber logo there. I like that. This seems pretty good. Not as good as the Master Force, but the metal piece that like it comes open with, it seems like it's really sturdy. The metal frame on the inside, and this has like brake hoses in it for bleeding brakes and stuff like that. So it's pretty nasty on the inside. It's not new. These three are new, and then these three are not. This is the, I think this is the one that's like $5.49 or $6.49 at Harbor Freight. Oh, and I don't know the price of this one. I don't even remember where I got it. But yeah, this one is made in Myanmar. Probably terrible labor standards there. This one is, yeah, the Voyager from Harbor Freight. I've been really surprised with this. Like, I got to say, unlike the other ones, I've really put this one to the test. I've had it for several years. Pretty sure this is the one that's like their entry level one that sometimes you can get for like $3.99 because it looks just like it. It doesn't have the extra pockets like the higher priced one. I have like bearing press things in here, but I've used it for a lot of different things. It feels really rough, like I don't know what type of material that is, burlap maybe, but it's really nice. I've never had any problems with it. I've taken it out to the junkyard a lot. It's really good quality. I really like the Voyager. I don't think you can do much better as far as quality and bang for your buck. And I like because they're not flashy looking. They're just very basic. Probably would deter theft, hopefully. But yeah, I believe that was like $6.49, I believe, and you can get it for sometimes you can get it for like $3.99 on coupon at Harbor Freight. I really like this one too. I think it's like $5.87 or something like that at Walmart. I have it pulled up here. It's just under $6. Yeah, the Harbor Freight one is $6.49. The Cobalt one is $9.99, and yeah. Anyway, the Hyper Tough one is oh, here we go. Sorry, folks. Yeah, the Hyper Tough one is $5.96, and this is a really good one too. Like possibly bang for your buck, but possibly this one is the best. I'm not sure. The straps are somewhat thin, but they make up for it being wide, and they seem to have good stitching there. The pockets are good shape, but they're kind of thin, or narrow. That seems to be of decent quality. Somewhere in the middle, not as good as the Master Force. This one is made in well, it's made in China. I've used this for battery parts, so I've had it for probably about a year. But as far as bang for the buck, let me line these up. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to use all of them, but I'll line them up from least favorite to most favorite. Yeah, there's the order that I put them in. This one is shit. This one's not bad. I just wish I knew more about it, how much I paid for it. This one seems really nice. This one stood the test of time. I know it's really good, especially for $5.96. That one I know I've had that for quite a while and no problems whatsoever. And then this one, I just think for $6.99, that is such a good deal. I wish you could see it in person. It's of great quality, but I hope this helps you if you're looking for kind of like a small entry-level tool bag. What some of the options are out there. I have to have a lot of these because I do mobile auto repair, and I have little tool sets that the plastic cases fall apart, and I want to be able to differentiate, one from the other, and so it helps to have a lot of different brands.